What if I told you the greatest footballer in history isn't just made of skill, but of sacrifice, pain, and a fire that refuses to burn out? Cristiano Ronaldo isn't a footballer. He's a phenomenon. He's a blueprint for what happens when obsession meets opportunity. This is the untold story of the machine that never stops. Let's take it back before the fame, before the stadiums, before the legacy. Back to a tiny island in Portugal, Madeira. That's where he was born, the 5th of February, 1985, the youngest of four. Raised in a humble home where his mother worked as a cook and cleaner, and his father battled addiction while working as a kit man for a local football team. There were no luxuries, not even a proper football, just rocks, concrete, and dreams. While other kids played for fun, Cristiano played like his life depended on it. He didn't just want to win, he needed to win. His friends say he cried every time he lost a match. Even as a child, you could feel it, the hunger, the fire. He wasn't the tallest, he wasn't the strongest, but he had one advantage no one could match: relentless obsession. At 12, he did something most kids couldn't even imagine. He left his family and flew to Lisbon to join Sporting CP's academy. He had no friends, no support system, no backup plan, just a lonely dorm, cheap boots, and a voice in his head telling him, "You will be the best." But it wasn't easy. He was bullied for his accent, mocked for his body, laughed at for dreaming too big. Most kids would have quit. Cristiano trained harder. He practiced free kicks until the ball was worn out. He sprinted with weights on his ankles. He skipped desserts at 13. Who does that? That's the thing about Ronaldo. He never needed motivation from the outside. He created his own. Fast forward to 2003. At just 18 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo made his debut for Manchester United. And within minutes, you knew he was different. He ran like a sprinter, dribbled like a dancer, and played like the ball was part of him. But it wasn't the flashy skills that stood out most. It was what happened behind closed doors. While others celebrated, he stayed behind. While others went home, he hit the gym. United's coaches couldn't believe it. One said, "We had to stop him from overtraining. He would come back to the gym at night to lift more." Even Zlatan Ibrahimovic, never shy with his opinions, once said, "Ronaldo is not talent. Ronaldo is hard work." It's no surprise he won his first Ballon d'Or at 23. But that was just the beginning. In 2009, Ronaldo signed for Real Madrid for a world record fee of 94 million euros, and the world watched to see if he could live up to the pressure. Spoiler alert, he didn't just live up to it, he shattered it. 450 goals in 438 games. That's not a typo, that's reality. He trained like a beast, sprinted like an Olympian, jumped 2.93 meters to score headers, that's NBA level. One sports scientist in Spain called him a physical anomaly. His body fat, muscle mass, reaction time, it's all elite. But here's the part people forget. Cristiano lost his father when he was just 20. His biggest achievements? His father never saw them. He admitted in an interview, voice cracking, "My dad saw nothing, nothing of my success." Yet, Ronaldo didn't let that pain break him. He turned it into fuel. He built a wall around his mind. Because he had to. He was booed in stadiums, mocked by pundits, picked apart by the media. Every emotion, every mistake played out in front of millions. But he never stopped. Critics said he dived. He kept scoring. They said he was arrogant. He kept leading. They said he was finished. Again and again. And he kept proving them wrong. When he joined Juventus at 33, many believed his best days were behind him. And yet, he scored over 100 goals, won league titles, became the first player in history to win league MVP awards in England, Spain, and Italy. That's not luck. That's not chance. That's obsession, still burning decades later. He returned to Manchester United at 36 and immediately became the top scorer. But behind the scenes, conflicts and internal politics pushed him out. The world watched as he left Europe behind and moved to Saudi Arabia. The critics screamed, "He's sold out!" But Ronaldo didn't flinch. He wasn't chasing approval. He was building something bigger. In his words, if I can bring football to a new region, why not? They laughed at me when I was 18. They're still laughing. But I'm still here. And he is. More relevant than ever. More followed than any human being on earth, over 600 million on Instagram alone. More determined than players half his age. Because for Cristiano Ronaldo, legacy isn't about what's already done. It's about what's still possible. And while most athletes fade quietly into retirement, Ronaldo is still running sprints, still doing push-ups between interviews, still chasing greatness like it's day one. That's what makes him different. He's not playing for trophies anymore. He is the trophy. He doesn't just play for fans. He plays for the fire that still burns in his chest. You see, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't stop because he's winning. He wins because he doesn't stop. He's a reminder that discipline beats talent, that work ethic beats doubt, that when you're obsessed with being better, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So, what does his story teach us? That greatness isn't given, it's earned every day, in the dark, when no one's watching, and that if a boy from a small island with no connections, no privilege, no excuses, can rise to become the most driven athlete the world has ever seen, then maybe, just maybe, so can you. But here's the real question. Are you willing to put in the work when nobody's watching? Because that's where champions are made. If this story inspired you, hit that like button. Drop your favorite Ronaldo moment in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines. Cristiano Ronaldo is not done, and neither are you, because machines don't stop, and neither should your dream.